Now, I would like to continue the discussion on translation studies. And my topic today is how to differentiate between literal translation and idiomatic translation. These two terms are based on Larson. Okay, so we can identify the difference between form-based and meaning-based translation. Let me start with the first one, literal translation. Literal translation is considered a form-based translation. The characteristics of literal translation show the effort to follow the form of the source language and are known as literal translations. This type of translation can be found in an interlinear translation. Specifically, literal translation is of use in a linguistic study of language so that the meaning of word by word in the source language is transferred perfectly in the target language. So it can be imagined that if the typology of both source and target languages are completely different, a nonsense translation may occur. This situation will cause some difficulties for the target reader that need to understand the translation as a full concept that is easily understood. To make the translation more acceptable, literal translation may be modified by adjusting the translation enough to avoid real nonsense and ring meanings, but the unnaturalness still remains. This kind of modification is labeled as modified literal translation that may change the order of the words into the target language structure. The second one, idiomatic translation. This kind of translation is actually the goal of every translator. Idiomatic translation utilizes the natural forms of the receptor language, both in the grammatical construction and in the choice of lexical items. Such a strategy makes every effort to communicate the meaning of the source language text in natural forms of the target language. As it occurs in translation, idiomatic translation can also be compared with what is called a truly idiomatic translation. Okay, so I give you the examples. Okay, for example, the source language from New Genoa English is Ro ahombo ngusifu pamari boyandi. That is the sentence. The literal translation is I for Ro, ahombo her, heart is for ngusifu, and pamari boyandi, I fastened her. For idiomatic translation, it can be I fastened her in my heart, or it can be idiomatically expressed like I never forgot her, or I've kept her in my I've kept her memory in my heart. Those are the examples from the book of meaning-based translation by Larson. Yeah. So that is how we can differentiate literal and idiomatic translation. So although this explanation is very short, I hope you can get a better understanding to compare the literal translation and also idiomatic translation. I'll see you again in the next video and enjoy your day. Bye bye.